Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. In today's video, I'm going to be decluttering my foundations. So recently I've been decluttering my makeup collection and I haven't really been doing it like all in one sitting like I usually do. I kind of have just been like whatever I'm feeling. If I'm feeling like I need to declutter something, that is what I'm going to film. So I'm not going to do like, okay, I'm going to do a declutter series for, you know, the next couple months. It's just kind of like as I'm feeling it, which I really like the way that this is working out, like just kind of the vibe that's going on with it. So today we are going to go through and do foundations just because like lately I feel like I have had foundations that I wear and I'm like, I don't like the way this looks. I want to get rid of it. So let's go ahead and just dive in. Alright, so the first one that I know I'm going to keep is my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. I was actually just out of town this weekend and this is the one that I packed with me. And I honestly feel like when that is the case, you know that it is one of your favorites. And so I wear the shade F6 and it's a great shade match for me. And I just love the application. I love the coverage. I love the finish. I love the wear. Everything about this foundation is just, it's honestly probably my favorite foundation right now. So I'm just obsessed, so I'm going to keep it. Another one I know I'm keeping is my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I did a full first impressions on this and I've showed it in a couple videos. I do wear the shade 420 True Beige and it comes with a pump applicator and it's just so thin, but the coverage is so good. I absolutely love it, so totally going to keep that. Another one that I'm going to be keeping, purely just because I'm still testing it, is my Hard Candy Glamouflage 16-Hour Full Coverage Foundation. I wore this today, and this is the shade 1503. I'm not exactly sure to... Oh, it's linen. And I really do like this. So I feel like it does look a little makeup-y on the skin, so I'm still trying to figure out the best application, the best like amount to apply. But I am still testing it and I don't completely hate it. So I'm going to still play with this one. One that I know I'm going to keep from L'Oreal is the foundation stick as well, just because I don't have any other foundation sticks in my collection and this is the only one that I have found that I like. So I'm going to keep that. The ones that are not in here are the ones that are in my project pan because those I obviously know I'm going to keep to continue to use. This year I want to use it up. Another one I know I'm keeping is my Covergirl Outlast Active. This is a newer one and it is amazing, you guys. It is just so full coverage, so long wearing. It's absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed. I also really have been loving my Revlon Candid, which is surprising to me because I feel like I didn't love it when I first tried it out, but now I'm just like really into it. So this is the shade 130 Ivory and I really love the coverage. I love the wear of this. And I just love the finish it has on the skin. Okay, I'm going to keep my Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. So this is a beautiful kind of just like everyday foolproof foundation. And I wear the shade LN3 and I just absolutely love it. So I am going to keep it. Now, a formula that I love, but I do think I'm going to get rid of it because this is like embarrassingly light for my skin. This is the LA Girl Pro Matte HD Longwear Matte Foundation in the shade Ivory. You guys, this is so hilariously, I don't even know if that's a word, light. Like, I have to use my foundation mixers to get the shade right. And to be honest with you, I end up just like spending more time trying to figure out the shade and like how much of this mixer to add in and how much of this, that it just ends up looking like a different color every single time I wear it because I don't have the right shade. So love this formula. The shade is just so off though that I'm going to declutter this, and then if I want to buy it again in the future, obviously I'm going to get the right shade. Another CoverGirl foundation I love is my TrueBlend Matte Made. It is just gorgeous on the skin. I wear the shade L60, light nude. I do feel like it's a little light. I probably could have gone a shade darker, but I really like this. It's such a nice like medium to full coverage matte formula, oil free. It's just so comfortable to wear as well and it doesn't break up quickly or anything like that. So going to keep this one. And then I'm also going to keep my CoverGirl Matte BB Cream. I love this stuff. It's kind of like a matte version of the Physicians Formula Healthy Skin, where I feel like this is a little bit more like satin natural kind of finish. This is more like matte. So I feel like the coverage is really similar. It's just one's more matte and one is more satin. So I love both of these. I'm going to keep. Okay, so now we're kind of getting down to like a lot of the nitty gritty stuff. What I'm actually going to get rid of is my LA Girl Pro BB Cream. Now, I really like this, but I put it back in my everyday makeup drawer to use this month. And to be honest with you, with the way my skin is right now, it's very like broken out. I have a lot of different texture and things, and I don't love this. And plus, this shade is fair, but it's a little bit too like warm for me, a little too orangey. And so I feel like if I'm going to reach for a BB cream, I'm going to reach for this Covergirl one over this LA Girl one because it's just not the right shade. It's a little too orange. It's definitely a little too dewy for my skin. And I just prefer the finish and the color of the Covergirl one. So we're going to stick with the Covergirl, declutter LA Girl. Another one I'm going to declutter is my Maybelline Dream Cushion because I think this is discontinued now. I loved this for a long time, but honestly, my skin is just not at a place that I feel like I can wear really light coverage products. Like, I will either wear nothing or I will go full glam. So I just don't love this formula anymore. It's really funny. Like, I like it and I think it's good if you just want a light coverage, but because I do need a little bit more coverage nowadays, I don't really reach for this, and I think it's discontinued, so I don't really want to keep using it on camera if you guys can't buy it. One that I do think I'm going to get rid of is my Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. I like this, but to be honest with you, I just like the active one more. So I like the wear time of the active one more. I think it lasts longer, and the coverage is actually pretty similar. So I'm going to keep the active one and get rid of Stay Fabulous. And then the Healthy Elixir. I really have loved this foundation. This might be like my second one of this. Or no, I still think it's my first, but it's like pretty much used up. And this shade is just, again, a little too warm, a little too orange, kind of like that LA Girl one was. And it's just like, I think it's just done, you know, like it's had its time in my collection. I loved it while I had it, but it's not something I'm reaching for anymore on an everyday basis. I prefer my Matte Made or my Outlast or my BB cream from Covergirl. I just over this one, but it is really good, especially if you have normal to dry skin. You will absolutely love this. All right, let's finish up the drugstore ones and then we'll go into my 4 high-end ones. So my Maybelline Superstay Liquid Foundation, I love this stuff. This is the shade Natural Ivory 112. I wear Natural Ivory in all of my foundations from Maybelline, and it is so good. I love the coverage, love the wear time, love it all. So I'm going to keep that. I do think I'm going to declutter my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. So I have the concealer, I have the primer, I have the foundation. This is the shade Nude, and I feel like it's a little too yellow for my skin tone. Almost like kind of borderline green-ish undertone. And so I just don't like love this. It's not, when I look at it, I don't think, oh my gosh, yes, I want to use that. I look at it and think, meh, it's all right. You know, so I just don't really want to like use this a ton, and so I'm like, well, let's just go ahead and get rid of it, and I can give this to someone that will. Okay, I have 2 left that are drugstore, and I also have this black spot on my table that is so annoying because it won't get like go away, and I can't wipe it off no matter how hard I try. So I cover it up with makeup. Anyways, okay, LA Girl's Truly Matte Foundation, or LA Colors. Did I say LA Girl? I don't know. This is a really good long wearing foundation. I really like it. I have the shade Porcelain. Again, though, it is just too light, and I have to mix with it my foundation mixers, and it's just a pain in the butt, to be honest with you, because I feel like, again, I'm playing that game of like, how much of this shade do I add? How much of this one? If I add too much of this, it's too warm, but if I add too much of this, it's too like dark, and so it's just a pain. So I'm going to declutter it, and if I miss it, I will grab the correct shade. I probably will go just like 1 shade darker depending on the undertone of it. But I mean, I like it. It's just like, come on. I can't fuss with it anymore. And then my Revlon ColorStay. Ugh, what a classic this is. This is just it. This is the shade 150 Buff. It has the pump on it. I just love this foundation, you guys. You cannot beat it. It is so good. And so I'm definitely going to hold on to it because I just really like this foundation. All right, last but not least, let's tackle the 4 high-end ones that I have. So I recently was sent this Gorgeous Cosmetics Base Perfect foundation. And I did get the shade 2C. I feel like it might be slightly warm for my skin tone, but it's definitely workable. I can wear it. If I lighten it just a little bit with my white mixer, it will get just perfect. So if I just have to tweak a shade a little bit, I am more than happy to keep it. But like with my LA Colors and my LA Girl, I had to really, really correct the shade that it just was not working anymore. Love those formulas. The shades were just not working. So this is still relatively new to me, and so I am going to keep it. I like it. I'm not sure if I'm 100% in love with it, especially for the price tag because it is more expensive. I just don't know if it's worth it yet, but I'm still in the process of testing. So if you guys want like a video on this or even just like on Gorgeous Cosmetics, they sent me this, a blush, and an eyeshadow palette. Let me know. I don't know how many people are interested in it, but I do know that like it has had some rumblings on YouTube. So if you're interested, let me know. So I'm going to keep that one. My Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. You know, this is the shade Vanilla. It's very warm tone, really yellow, and I don't love it. I don't love the coverage of this. I don't love the wear of it. I don't like a lot of it, to be honest, a lot about it, to be honest with you. And so I just feel like I'm holding on to this because I spent so much money on it. And it's like, why? Why am I doing that to myself? It's absolutely just pointless. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. My IT Cosmetics Oil-Free Matte CC Plus. I really do like this stuff. It has an SPF of 40 in it. It's light on the skin. It wears well. I think just kind of like for every day, this is a great thing. I don't know if I would repurchase this, to be honest with you. I don't think it's something that as soon as I run out of it, I'm like, yes, I need it. But I do think it's good, and since I do have it, I will use it up. But again, I don't think it's something I will repurchase in the future. Last but not least, I have my Clinique Acne Solutions Liquid Makeup. I love this stuff, you guys. It does have salicylic acid in it, and so I just feel like it doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't necessarily clear anything up, but it doesn't irritate it. It doesn't cause more breakouts. I do have the shade 02 Fresh Ivory, and I feel like it's a pretty good skin match for me. The wear is beautiful of this, and so I absolutely love it. I'm going to keep it. All right, you guys, so this is what I'm keeping. This is what I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of 8, and I'm keeping 14. But let me just say this. These that I'm getting rid of, I truly never have reached for, or I had to correct the shade so much that it was just a pain to use, even though I really liked the formula, like the LA Colors and the LA Girl one. Or I just didn't like some of these formulas. Over here, I'm looking at everything and I'm like, yes, I love this. I love this. I love this. And so I really do feel like I have a really good collection now of just things I love. And that's the point of declutters for me. It's not to get rid of a certain number or a certain like finish, you know, or things like that. Like I don't have a goal for myself when I sit down and do this. My goal is always, like, I guess I should say I don't have like a number goal when I sit down and do these. I have a goal of, okay, I want to look at everything in my collection and say that I love it. And that is what I'm doing with these foundations. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!